I can live here for y'all. This Sneaky Links Dating After Dark. Season 1, episode 6, let's get into it. So, look at y'all. You was wrong when you said Brunette Nicole wanted to get back with Manny. And she said at the Link Lowdown that it ain't nobody there for her. You're right, I was wrong. When both of the women stand up for Colt, he chooses to commit to Angelique. Nobody stood up to save Kelsey, but luckily nobody is going home. And I think the producers did this on a messy type time, but I like it. Because it would be so much easier for Colt to just bask in his decision. And I think like Brandon said this episode, he was interested in her too. It would be so much easier to, bask in this decision if she's not here and if Kelsey was to go home. But when she's still around, that temptation is still there. You know what I'm saying? That opportunity is still there. That wondering in the back of their mind is still there. So it just is what it is. When Colt gets back to the crib, Angelique is calling him, but he's letting it ring out, and he's in his confessional asking if he made a mistake. He answered Angelique call, and she's like, you could just take a shower and like decompress and then come over here. And that nigga didn't take a shower or decompress. He went straight to calling Kelsey. Sir, like, I get it. You don't want to be the bad guy and you don't want to break hearts, but by you prolonging this or continuing to go back and forth, you hurting people more. You know what I'm saying? And you breaking hearts even more, nigga. Like, what the fuck are we talking about right now? Like, you have to stand in the decision you made. He gonna call her and like ask her like, oh, are you okay? Nigga, why the fuck would she be okay if she didn't get chose in front of everybody and was up there standing for you looking a goddamn fool? Why would she be okay, Cole? And why would you call her to ask if she was okay? Why would that make her okay? Like, this nigga is really a work of art. So in the morning, Colt and Angelique have a convo just discussing like things pertaining to religion and family. And they're like, oh yeah, it's just scary. Well, Colt was like, it's scary because, we don't see eye to eye and things aren't lining up or whatever. But I'm like, shit, I guess I watched a different scene because, I mean, of course it's edited, so they probably talked about more things. But if he was referring to the little church shit, it ain't like she said she was an atheist because Colt's a preacher's boy. His father's a pastor. And Angelique, which is interesting. But Angelique, she was like, oh, she was religious coming up, but then she kind of like just be doing what she want now, but she don't judge anybody. She don't go against anybody else believe or what anybody else decide to do. So I'm like, it ain't like she, you know what I'm saying, judging you or completely against, going to church. Like, you ask her to go to church or some shit, she chilling. But like I said, it was edited, it was chopped. And it's got to be that way because you can only squeeze like so much in these hour episodes between all the different couples or whatnot. So they probably talked about more, but if he was just talking about from the church aspect, he might be overreacting. The group activity is painting each other or painting something about each other. And everybody did like butterflies and flowers and sunsets and shit. Like shit that symbolized something, about each other. This nigga Colt not only painted Angelique, but he gave her his build. Like, nigga, I don't even think she tripped off the fact that like it didn't look like her and the face was interesting. But like this nigga made it look like she just got done with arm day. Like, what the fuck? So Colt always finds a way to fuck up, nigga. Like, just take the safe way out. If you ain't know what to do, bro, just do what everybody else was doing. That's why I say everybody was drawing flowers and sunsets. Like, oh, see a flower, a plant. You have to nurture the plant. Surprisingly, I rocked with Zoe and Kyle's little paintings the most because, hell, at least they was different and used different symbols and like you could tell like they really, really be conversating for real and like really be chopping it up. Because everybody else was just like, and I did this because this was her favorite color. But it's like they, she spoke on like some ring that his grandma or like somebody in his family gave him that means something or like shit that means something with animals and favorite animals. I'm like, nigga, they stepped out a little bit. Everybody else was like, see, a flower needs to be nurtured and this represents our relationship. And I'm like the little teapot, short and spout. Like, nigga, oh my goodness. Yeah, so the host got everybody playing essentially spin the bottle, but it's with whipped cream. And nobody was really tripping off that shit but Cole and Angelique. But that's because when Kelsey spun the bottle, she got Cole and then she put it on his abs, which I'm like, why is she mad at this nigga? She was like, he's enjoying it a little bit too much. It's like, well, bitch, it did tickle. You know what I'm saying? It did tickle. You know what I'm saying? Like, it did bring a slight grin to my face. But then it's like, okay, and this is also why relationships is so damn hard, because y'all always going tit for tat instead of just being a bigger person. So if that shit made you mad, how about you show some maturity and you go about the game how you want him to go about the game, and then we have a conversation afterward. Now we gonna go tit for tat. She put that shit on your abs and you look like you enjoyed it. Bet. So now I'm gonna put this shit on my ass and Brandon's gonna lick this shit off my ass. I'm put a lot on it so that Brandon has to lick multiple times. He has to lick my ass multiple times. It's like, how about just be the bigger person, but cool, whatever. Or go about it how you would want people to go about it. So afterwards, Brandon asked Avery, like, did she feel awkward licking the whipped cream off Manny? And she was like, nah, like, I just questioned his intentions. Then they switch over to Kelsey, Manny, and a couple other people. And Kelsey is thorough because Brandon and Avery making out. She's like, I'm tired of being loved in private, but, they love the other girls in public. And Manny jumped in and essentially said the same thing. That nigga didn't say nothing different. Then he got in his confessional like, oh, like, I like Avery, and I'm trying to figure out a way to kind of like lead to Brandon's downfall. It's like, dirty macking? Like, nigga, you doing that already. You know what I'm saying? You probably don't want to call it that, but that's what it is. Like, because, I mean, you ain't say nothing that, ain't nobody already said. You really ain't need to say anything at all. You know what I'm saying? But cool, whatever. When Brandon and Avery go over there and sit down, Manny was like, oh, we just had a convo about y'all. And they was like, oh, you flirting with Kelsey and you leading her on. Or you flirting with her. Hell, even you put it together. You flirting with her more than you are leading on. You know what I'm saying? More than you lead on. If that makes sense. Like, more than you're leading everyone to believe that you're flirting with her. Sorry, I confused y'all more than I needed to. Said more words than usual. I'm a little bit tired. And I sprained the fuck out of my ankle today, or yesterday. So that's why I kind of like, I'm like fucked up. I just been whatever. Yeah. So Brandon was like, oh, it was just one compliment. And this was before I committed to Avery, but we're friends. And they asked him to confirm that there's nothing there with Kelsey. And he was like, there's nothing there. We're strictly friends. As if this nigga wasn't just telling Manny and Travis earlier that he's tempted by Kelsey still being in here. That's not how we feel about our friends in the background. You know what I'm saying? That's not how we feel about our friends when they're not around. That we're tempted. No, that's my friend. Fuck is you talking about? But in the end, Avery goes. After that conversation, Avery goes and she has a conversation with Manny where she's like, I just don't know, whose intentions are pure. I'm tired of being lied to, da-da-da-da. And Avery goes back and she's like, I can't fight it. Like, I felt this way for Manny and all this other shit. So her and Manny are trying it again, getting back together. Excuse me. And at the little link lowdown, Brandon admitted, he's like, yeah, me and Avery just weren't honest. Like, she's giving it a second chance with Manny, and, I wasn't completely honest about my my feelings or like my interest with Kelsey. And she played it P, but I mean, Kelsey been playing it P since she been here. Cause I'd have been like, nigga, so you lied. We had a conversation where it was like me, you, Manny, a couple other people, and you lied back then. But now it's like, yeah, you downplayed it. And, just because you're coming forth and admitting it now doesn't mean, we're not going to put your fucking feet to the fire. That's me, though. And now, towards the end, they're bringing in 2 new people. They didn't show them. You just heard their voices, but I don't think that there'll be new people. These are just probably going to be some motherfuckers from another Netflix show. So, yeah. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, catch your friends. I'm going to figure it out.